we're going to start looking at what we call histograms. Now, histograms, it looks like a bunch of bars that are standing up. There's some information at the bottom and then some information at the side. Looking at number 19, before I read the question, just to talk about information at the bottom, see there's a title. It says person. So I have person 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 people. So the information at the bottom talks about some people. Now, here on the left, I see the word age. So it talks about the age of certain people. Like, see how person number 1, it goes up. I'm looking at how high the bar goes. It goes in between 16 and 18. So that will be 17. On our program, probably you can put the cursor, well, not probably, you can put the cursor on top of the bar and it will tell you 17. Now look at person number 2. The height of this person, like the height of this bar, not the person, the height of this bar, notice how it's in between 20 and 22. The values that I'm getting, 20 and 22 are the values on the left. Okay, so person 2, the height of the bar for person 2 is between 20 and 22. So wouldn't that be number 21? Bar number 3, you guys see the height of the bar 3 is 16. Now, the information here, I see the title on the top, age at first job. Okay, so there's a first person, right? Person number 1. That person was 17 when that person got the, his or her first job. Person number 2, that person was 21 when he or she got his or her first job. There's person number 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10. All right, let's read the instructions, like the question now, right? I just wanted you to know how do we read the the bars, okay? What does that mean? Okay, so now here, I'm just going to look at the instruction here. How old was person 2? So I'm just looking at person 2. How old was person 2 when he or she got his or her first job? Okay, that bar goes up to 21. So my answer here for question number 19 will be 21. Right? How old was person 2? So I'm just looking at person 2. Now looking at question number 20. At the bottom, it talks about years, right? There's 1928, 1932, all the way to 1968. Talks about some years. On the left, it talks about medals. And then I can see the title, it says Olympic medal count. So 1928, the bar for 1928, see how it goes? It seems like I'm counting by twos. Each line, let me zoom in here. See, I'm between 20 and 24. I'm gonna say that the line in between is 22. So it seems like each line I'm counting by twos. Now 24, they didn't go complete line. So I'm gonna say the first bar goes up to 25. The second bar goes up to 25. Now I'm gonna say this is 18. Now the third bar, it's in between 18 and 20. So I'm gonna call that 19. And then this one is 20, and so on and so forth. So I can see the values of each bar, each graph. Now here, the question is, how many Olympic medals were given from 1928 to 1968? So I see that in 1928, there were 25 medals given. 1932, there were 25 medals given. 1936, there were only 19, on and on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the values of each of these bars. 1952, I see goes up until 22. 1956, if I need to add a here, the 14. So this bar is in between 14 and 16, so I'm going to call this 15. I'm going to say this is 6, right? In between 4 and 8, the number right in between 4 and 8 is 6. Now, 1960, it's higher than 4, but less than 6. I don't think we need to think much. A number that is more than 4, but less than 6, wouldn't that be 5? The next one goes up to 5, and this next one goes up to 4. Now here, it says how many Olympic medals were given in those years. Basically, add them all. add how much is 25 plus 25 plus 19 plus 20 plus 22 plus 15 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4. You got to add everything. I'm not going to waste our time here by adding number by number. I'm using a calculator here. I added all my numbers already. And all my numbers add up to 140. Right? You can feel free to pause the video and then double check my work. I just added each number. On the homework, I'm going to be asking you just pay attention to one bar, like I did on number 19, right? I just wanted to know the height of one bar, or I might ask you to deal with more than one. Question number 20, I ask you in this case to deal with all of them. So be very careful on the instructions.